Hello, MonstersAbound here. I've forgotten what sleep is. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 27 of my clan Skryre campaign, where we have Bretonnian problems. And we've had quite a lot of Bretonnian problems. Now, this is weird because normally, or at least before the DLC, Bretonnia was never really an issue. I mean, they were generally stamped out by vampires. To be fair, pretty much everyone in the Warhammer world was stamped out by vampires, but, you know, generally the Bretonnians weren't an issue. However, they're becoming a bit of an issue, as is the Empire. And actually, I really like this because it gives us some different options. It's not just fucking vampires as far as the eye can see. Now, we have some vampires, and that's fine. We've got some dwarves, we've got some orcs, we've got options. We've got different battles that can be fought, and that is exciting. Down in the south here, now you have to remember that this is the first time I've recorded a video since, well, it's been about a week, I think. About a week. So, obviously, last week I was mostly at hospital for my son being born, and this is the first time I've literally logged in and sat down and had time to just record a video. So I'm just trying to get back up to speed on what we're doing in the very little time that I have actually available. So, of course, Ulysses was heading south because basically I had enough of their shit. Not Ulysses, the Bretonnians down here. They're a pain in the ass. We've also got lots going on here. We need to try and keep the forest under control. Several people have pointed out, as long as the Skaven corruption is over 50%, then it would just spawn Skaven rebels rather than Wood Elf rebels. So the Wood Elves would not respawn here. Good point. That would have saved a lot of effort, really, in hindsight. But, well, we are where we are now. So, worst case, Skaven pop up and burn these settlements to the ground, and frankly, I don't really care, because it's horrible magical forest climates. So there's like, you know, probably magical toadstools and shit in there, singing. It's probably appalling. The Skaven don't like it, and frankly, I don't blame them. I wouldn't either. So we've got a little problem down here with a rebellion, but I think that Thyrus is close enough to deal with that. Yes, I know you are, Thyrus. You're doing very, very well. We're all very proud of you. We've got Massive Orcal, which sounds like a boast, but it's not. We're going to build a nest lair there, because why the hell not? I'm a little bit concerned about all these armies down here, but we should be able to deal with them. I'm generally fairly confident about that. Carcassonne. Oh, yes, right. What are we doing here? I could use more food. But I think growth is probably a good shout. I probably want to capture the entirety of Bretonnia. So we need to concentrate on that. I need to just try and get this under control. Need to try and start pushing north. Try and get Carcassonne under control as well. I think we're generally fine everywhere else. I would like to actually go and grab Bill Bailey, but I just don't think I'm going to have the chance to do that. I could just grab a random general and send him up there, potentially, if I had the money. Money is actually okay at the moment. Coming in at almost... well, just over 5,000 a turn. Not bad. We've also got one Doom Rocket in the pocket, just in case. I do love a Doom Rocket in the pocket. And I just reminded myself that the reason I wanted a Doom Rocket was to deal with this little problem. So we've got Morglan Blackstabber and Zapspark, of course. The legend, Zapspark, spawned as a Vermintide and managed to actually take Kazakarak somehow, and now under siege because he is far, far behind enemy lines. I'm going to be honest, didn't think that we would, like, I was literally just going to throw a Vermintide at something because, and I forget the name in the comments, and I'm really sorry, but someone said, do a Vermintide somewhere, so I was like, alright, we'll do one at Kazakarak, and it turns out that we actually managed to capture the city, so, well done. There, we know there's imminent rebellion imminent. That's fine. So I guess we're just going to end a turn and see what happens. I tell you what, after playing Three Kingdoms quite a bit, the turn times in Mortal Empires, they take a fucking long time. I swear. If I didn't cut them out for you, the video would be 80% end turn. And sometimes I talk over it. And sometimes you just have to watch AI. I mean, I need to get some mods installed, don't I? The faster camera mod, really good. Really should have installed that. I'm half tempted to stop recording now and go and turn it on. But I'm not going to, because the effort required to go to save the game, go out, set up the mod, come back in and re-record all of this. is less than just watching the camera slowly pan across the map. So we're just going to continue to watch the camera slowly pan across the map. RNS Assault Spike there. I'm just going to talk random bollocks while this happens. Incidentally, thank you... oh, hello. Well, it's like old Cetra's on busy. Thank you ever so much to everyone who responded to my little update video. That was lovely. It really was. So thank you ever so much for that. I'm trying to respond to as many people as possible. It was so lovely. In fact, some of my family who obviously know I do YouTube, they don't tend to watch, but I think one of my sort of semi-nephews watched the video, sent it to his mum. His mum then sent it around to everyone. And one of the main things I heard back from them was all the comments were so nice. So thank you ever so much for that. I really do appreciate it. And little baby Philip is doing very, very well. Although he's also very, very loud. So that's the thing. Okay, I think I'll probably just cut this until something interesting happens. And it's on cue. Something interesting happens as Albric de Bordelot, who decides to charge into my territory. What's he up to? Where's he going? What's the 411? Hey? What's that? What are you up to? There's so many Bretonnians. What are they doing? I don't like it. Need to put a stop to that. Oh, look. The Order of Lawmasters and Lothern have confederated. And, yep, Teclis is indeed confederated with Tyrion, not the other way round. So, I'm not sure why, because Teclis just had the Galleon's Graveyard. Basically, I mean, that place, the High Elves aren't going to like it. For one, it's mostly rocks. For two, it's got a massive damp problem. And for three, it's a giant whirlpool. I mean, none of those things are good things, are they? Realistically, there's a lot of... Well, it's a fixer-upper. And so I'm not quite sure why Tyrion saw Teclis and his shitty rocky swamp thing in the middle of the ocean and went, this is a guy that I want to confederate with. That's a guy I want to follow. But, you know what? I'm not Tyrion. Tyrion's very much the brawn of the operation. Teclis is very much the brains. So maybe it's for the best. That's a lot of very angry spiky boys right there. Although, they seem to be moving away from Noctilus. Which is good. That's weird. I'm fairly sure they're at war. Oh no, Gesundheit's lost its Undercity. What happened? What the hell happened? What's going on down here? Who did this? Oh, we've got an Undercity at Tor Sethai, though. Oh, excellent. I've been wanting to expand a little bit in this direction, so let's continue that. The Sword of Cain has been claimed. Fair enough. Not too bothered about that. And we've got a little rebellion down there, which is going to be absolutely fine. We'll send down Thyrus to knock it out. Just bop that and eat them. And, oh, get some warp fuel at the same time. And a Dwarf Hide Banner, which is of middling usefulness. Now, Ikit, we could bring you down. If I bring you down here, set up a little ambush. See if we can maybe lure Albric to retreat. I'm not sure how we can do that. They might be heading for, like, the settlements over here and want to take them, which would be a bit of a pain. If they did that, no biggie. I can send Thyrus north to hit Aquitaine next turn. Ikit can go and chase Albric all over the place, so we'll do that. And, oh yeah, Thyrus. Oh, that's Ulysses, isn't it? Not Thyrus. Wrong one. We'll get a Doom Rocket for Telemachus, I think. And... ooh. Arthur the Devoted is right there. You dishonor me. They might be able to reach us. That's the only slight problem. Really? Interesting. I don't think that's going to be that difficult. So, I think we'll probably just kill them all. This warlock wants blood. I'm not sure how I feel about this map. It always looks a little bit sandy. I just think... Well, okay, so we've got the rattling gunners. Not rattling gunners. Those are Jezzails, warp-block Jezzails. Then we've got lightning cannons behind. We're trying to take out these towers, because towers are a pain in the ass. And we're doing a little bit of warp lightning. There we go. As Ulysses and Sun set the world on fire. Or shock people. Shock people with literal lightning. It was a long night. I don't know what I'm saying. So we're shooting down the little archies there. There you go. They're getting popped in the head. And I always think this map looks like it's like a snow map rather than a desert map. Look, it's got all like the I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, you know, it's a very sandy place. These Bretonnian peasants probably have sand in places I can't even imagine. Just really, but I bet their skin is great. Really exfoliated. Can you imagine? Oh. Well, these guys have no need of exfoliated skin anymore. That guy doesn't have a head. So, all the exfoliation, all the facial exfoliation, completely gone to waste now, but never mind. So we're going to move some of the units over here. Some of our rattling gunners are actually taking quite a lot of damage, as one of the towers could only see the rattling gunners rather than the clan rats in the front. So we'll put the clan rats in the front. They can then get shot. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Well, I mean, not for the clan rats, obviously. For them, it's significantly worse. But they're only clan rats, so we don't care. So we've already done a lot of damage to the archers, and we want to try and whittle them down as much as possible. Take out these towers as well. You can see we're taking out the towers, knocking them down. Going to make our life a little bit easier, so we can head into the city. Why is that on fire? It's just gently smoking. It's covered in sand. Is that, like, why? Where did they even get the grain from? It's a desert. Why do they leave it outside? That's mental. And what's this? It's a massive waste of water. Just like, yeah, we'll just have some water features at the front of the tower, actually. It uses 80% of our drinking water, but I think it's worth it just for the aesthetic effect. Rattling gunners, not rattling gunners, warp-block Jezzail, still mostly hitting the ball. Yes, I could tell them to shoot something else, but you know what? I don't like to micromanage. I'm not a micromanager, you know? I am a macro manager. I get my people in the right position, and what they do is up to them. And if they do the wrong thing, I then execute them for incompetence. Taking out some of these little warp lightning there. Such a good spell. The rattling gunners are in range as well now, so they're going to take out some of them. Warp lightning. There we go. Another tower down. There we go. We have no more towers shooting at us, so that's good. We just need to deal with all the archers now, which should be fine. Probably should have focused on... Let's see, they're getting it. I just said, well, that guy... Has that guy lost his arm? Well, that is disgusting. He's just got a little nubule left. That is revolting. Oh dear. Well, okay, so we've got the... What's this thing? The Wheels of Doom. The Wheels of Doom apparently can shoot through gates. But that was a shock. I mean, literally and figuratively. Because, I mean, you've got a gate in the way. I mean, the poor old paladin just picked himself up. Probably like, what happened then? But yeah, so apparently you can shoot through the gate. It's nice. I mean, not for the Bretonnian peasants, but that's fine. So we've taken out most of the archers. Most of the archers down, or at least have been reduced in number, so they're less of a problem. Oh, the gate's down. Tell you what, Wheels of Doom and the Black Hole Flayers, pretty bloody effective at taking out gates. You wouldn't think it, would you? But I guess they just ram them incessantly until it falls down. So we're actually going to move up the Deathglow Bombardiers, because I'm hoping that we can throw some crap through the open gates and try and deal with some of these guys over here. But the AI is not stupid. Well, I mean, it is, but it's not that stupid. As you can see, it's seen the gate is down, so it's moving its units to the side, so we can't actually see them, which is, you know, pretty smart. Apart from the fact that obviously the Wheels of Doom are still shocking them. So go Deathglow Bombardiers in position. They're just going to open fire on the unit at the top of the gatehouse, because apparently that's a thing. Well, I mean, they did manage to break them, to be fair. The Deathglow Bombardiers, I mean, I know everyone's saying how overpowered the Rattling guns are, and the Rattling guns are very strong. But the Deathglow Bombardiers, have you ever seen these things? Guys, infantry just melts. In some cases, literally. I don't know what they put in those things, but it is pretty devastating. Does she? Well, she's going to get it. Mostly from her own people, though. So being a little bit cautious here. The auto-resolve was, I think, you know, massively incorrect. How many... Geez, the Wheels of Doom has killed 53 just from ranged attacks. And in we go. We're going to roll in. A little bit of jockeying for position there. But I think everyone's got in. The Paladins come in to help out. Then got electrocuted. Going to send in the Storm Vermin as well. Storm Vermin climbing up the walls. There we go. They're climbing up there. Deathglow Bombardier still lobbing crap and seeing if they can... Wow, that is a hell of a throw. Apparently so far they literally just disintegrate. So we've got a bit of a blob combat at the gatehouse as we try and force our way in. Storm Vermin there. I think Ulysses and Telemachus are there as well. Yes, they are. Getting stuck in. Wheels of Doom and the Black Hole Flares just carving their way through these peasants. I mean, the Wheels of Doom have actually managed to kill 124. That is absolutely devastating. Jesus Christ. That was mostly Storm Vermin you just electrocuted there, just FYI, but, you know, I'm not overly concerned. They're not, you know, they're slightly better than Clan Rats, but they're still Skaven, so we won't worry too much. Looks like some of these peasant bowmen trying to escape away from some of the Storm Vermin over here. They've run right into some more Storm Vermin. That's not gone very well for them, has it? We've got reinforcements pouring in from the city centre to try and stop us at the gatehouse. Don't think it's going to work somehow, but we do have some Knights of the Realm coming in. That's nasty. And we've got some more units, some rallied units coming in. We've also got some men-at-arms with shields over here defending the other gate. Not quite sure why they're still doing that. I think we should be by now pretty certain what's happening. But I'm going to be honest, they are Bretonnian peasants, so not going to be super with it. Ulysses and Telemachus, absolutely wrecking this paladin. He is gone. Knights coming down to charge. The Black Hole Fae is actually taking quite, you know, a little bit of damage there. It's not too bad. And the Wheels of Doom still going strong with 181 kills. Jesus. That thing's a monster. Storm Vermin just mopping up these peasants. There's actually some foot squires up here we need to deal with. We can do that. This Storm Vermin unit has, I think, taken more casualties from friendly fire than anything else. Just because units keep firing through the gate and directly into their back. But such is life. Deathglow Bombardier is going to get some good shots. And as we can see, just watch the health of these units just drop as the Deathglobes hit. It's explosive anti-infantry damage. It is absolutely devastating. I mean, the Rattling Gunners are pretty good, but there's an entire fresh unit heading over here, so we'll watch the Deathglobes completely melt them when they get into range. Knights of the Realm being chopped down. The Knights of the Realm, they're not very good. Let's be honest, they're not very good. Here comes this brand new fresh unit. 5,850 health. Before the Deathglobes. And yeah, I mean, they're pretty much reduced to half health in one shot. Some of these guys literally just exploding from contact. That guy literally just exploded into intestines. That's pretty potent. So Deathglobes, very good. And with that last unit being destroyed, the rest of the army is going to run for their lives. See, didn't think that was going to be 50-50. No problem. Let's actually set that up as a level 3, because that will be quite useful. And sort of striking will be pretty good. Don't think we actually need it, but it's not the worst magical item. Well, if you've got mounted characters, it's pretty good. Increase your charge bonus. Otherwise, for Skaven, actually, thinking about it, not so great. So we definitely want to get walls here, and we definitely want to get, I guess, well, I'll say definitely, we get a clam pit, just for funsies. And I think what we probably want to do is go down and hit Al Haik if we can. I might set up an ambush and see if we can lure this army out. Because that's quite a... You know, all these knights, that is quite scary.
Machines and sorcery.
I think Ulysses can deal with it, but getting them in an ambush would be well, just make my life a lot easier, really. Plague roll. Could we wound? No. Well, you know, you tried.
Knows who his boss is.
Yep. Unfortunately, he doesn't do well under pressure. So we've still got an army over there, and I would not be surprised if they've probably got another army within march distance, and they'll send that over to reinforce and then attack the city. So that could be quite the tricky fight if that turns out to be the case. Okay, so we've dealt with that. I think probably what we want to do is march back north with Thyrus, because we want to deal with this stuff over here. So, Ikits, you're going to go after Albric. That's what I think you're going to do. Going to go after that, and we can upgrade this city. We almost have enough for another Doom Rocket. We could also potentially get some tech, but to be honest, I don't...
The Doom Wheels come!
Yeah, I mean, I think... I don't think I'd ever have 5 rockets at a time, so like increasing the amount of storage you can have, it's not really that useful, so I don't think we need to worry about that. We've got some damaged buildings down here. Yeah, we'll repair that, why not? And then just end the turn. And we'll have to see what happens with Morglum. Because I just had this sneaking suspicion. If he attacks the city, it's not really quite ready to repel invaders. But with a Doom Rocket and clever use of Menace below, it might be possible to fend off the attack. But it'll be a tough battle. Another tough one for Spark. And to be honest, I suspect the Greenskins have got yet more stuff down there they can probably throw in our direction. So it's going to be a tough battle for Spark to survive. But he survived the last one, didn't he? That was fine. That was fine. That worked. Looks like Noctilus is taking out Chaos for some reason. Why? Why? They've wandered off. They weren't attacking you. I'm not quite sure why they weren't attacking you, but they weren't attacking you. So why worry about it? Why bother with them? Why not just leave them be? Just not worry about it. That would have been just go and take Galleon's Graveyard, because I need that to win. In fact, I think I've told you to go and take it. It's so hard to find good help these days. It really is. Okay, well, Ikit was spotted, which is a little bit of a problem. Where are you going, Albric? Ah, you are going... Yeah, okay, well, I did suspect he'd be heading that direction. And indeed he is, and it's going to be a bastard to catch up with him. On the plus side, he will suffer attrition heading through the forest. On the downside, he probably won't suffer much attrition. And he'll just probably take the city quite easily. On the other hand, any damage he does take, he won't be able to replenish, because I don't think the Bretonnians like magical forests either. So that'll make life a little bit easier for us. That could be worse. I'll take it. I'll take any advantage. Oh, I was worried about this. And yeah, Morglum Backstabber has rocked up with... Okay, how do I feel about this? Okay, the big uns, nasty, but we can deal with them. We can deal with them. Zap has... Okay, the Plague Claw Catapults will be very, very useful. If only we had some... Oh, if only we had the Death Globes. Death Globes would have been really nice. Okay, so we definitely want as many uses of the Menace below as possible. We've got the Doom Rocket. We've got Warp Bomb. We've also got the Skryre Clan Stone. How useful that's going to be? Not 100% sure. They do have some Black Orcs, but not very many of them. They've got some Night Goblins with Fanatics, but they have limited usefulness in siege battles. We can potentially use that against them. The AI does tend to love sending its Fanatics out as soon as it sees an enemy within range, so pop a Menace from below in the middle of the Orc army, and you're going to have Fanatics fucking everywhere, which is going to be brilliant. The Orc Ball Boy Biggins, not so much of a problem if we can bog them down against some like Clan Rat Spears or something. The Death Runners are going to be very, very useful. The Rat Ogres, again, quite useful. They can be used to hunt down any units that manage to get over the wall. And yeah, our Clan Rats are complete garbage, but Zap does buff his up. I think this is doable. I think Zap will survive again to fight another day, potentially. But it is going to be a tough fight. Unfortunately, I think this is a good place to end the episode. It's just a bit of an upheaval in my life at the moment, so trying to keep it a little bit short, just to make sure that I have time to keep recording, basically. So hopefully, as things go on, as we stabilise, it should get back to normal. But for the moment, I think I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and you can look forward to the battle for Karazakarak next time. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of the Clan Skryre campaign.